Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Angela Drummond Matthews. Welcome to week 6 of Composition 1. I hope you enjoyed learning about the library and using sources last week. This week we're going to look at examples of expository writing and discuss them in our groups. We're also going to learn about and practice incorporating source material into our writing. There are several things to look for when you're reading an informative essay. First, we look to see what the purpose of the author might be. You might say, well, the purpose of the article has to be to inform the reader. But let's dig a little deeper. Why is it important? And why is it important now? We want to look at the theme. The theme is a main idea that's secondary to the topic. For example, an article might be about dwindling numbers of fish in the ocean, but a recurring theme might be global warming. A theme can be explicit or implicit. It can be spelled out very obviously, or it can be expressed in language that carries more than one meaning. A writer might use an anecdote or example to express a theme. It could even be in a call to action. When examining a piece of informative writing, we also want to look at the writer's position in relationship to the work. Is the writer an expert? Is the writer learning along with the reader? Is the writer approving or disapproving of the issue? Who does the writer think is reading the work? You can tell by the language used and by how much and what kinds of explanations and details the writer uses. What is the writer's tone? Is it serious, whimsical, excited? Does the writer write from personal experience or as an impartial observer? How does the author use details to support the main idea of the text? We can also look at the writer's style. The writer might use formal or informal language or something in between. The writer might use kinds of words and sentence structures that other people don't use in the same way. We can also look at how the writer shows the reader that he or she is trustworthy. They might cite sources for their information. They might explain their experience with the issue. We can examine the mood of the article. It could be upbeat or depressing or anywhere in between. Then we can look at the organization and see if it flows well or if the information might be better understood in a different order. Once we do all of that, we've done a good analysis of the work. That means we've taken it apart and looked at its component parts to see how it works. By the time you've done that with a few articles, you should be ready to write your own article. The next thing we'll look at this week is how to use sources correctly. Many people think they can just throw quotes in a paper and be done with it, but nothing could be further from the truth. It's important that sources be used correctly. The best thing you can do is paraphrase. When you paraphrase, you rewrite the information from the source in your own words. You must never copy and paste the information into your document. It has to all be your own words. Here's an example. Read this passage from President Obama. Let's see what happens when we try to paraphrase it. Stop the video and try yourself. Now, let's look at an attempted paraphrase. Is it good? This one has some problems. Stop the video and read carefully. As you can see, this is plagiarized. The attempted paraphrase has the same words in it as the original text. Let's look at a second version. Is this a legitimate paraphrase? Stop the video and read it carefully. This is what's called patchwork plagiarism. As you can see, While many words are changed, some of the words are still the same. Let's have another go at this. What do you think about this one? Is this a legitimate paraphrase? Stop the video and read carefully. It's not too bad, but the writer failed to quote the source. Besides, it's better to paraphrase the entire passage if we can. Let's try one more time. Is this a fair paraphrase? Stop the video and read carefully. Yes, this is a fair paraphrase. It mentions the name of the source in the sentence, so we don't have to use an in-text citation. The idea is shortened to take up fewer words than the original source, and the words are all changed. The words middle class are still there, but the usage has been changed from an adjective to a noun. That makes it our own usage. You'll watch videos on paraphrasing and the proper use of quotations this week. Please be sure to pay careful attention to these videos. This is the second worst kind of mistake that students make in writing. The worst is grammar. This week, you'll have readings, assignments, quizzes, and a discussion question. We'll have our optional class discussion on Friday. Check Blackboard for times. As always, you can email me anytime you have a question. Work hard and stay safe. Bye-bye.